Not your shot, you know.
Really?
All right, thank you everyone for coming. We're going to start with attorney statements. First from Michael Haggard from the Haggard Law Firm, and then we have Mr. Benjamin Crump from Ben Crump Law, and then we will turn it over to the families for questions and statements.
Thank you all for being here. Again, my name is Michael Haggard, along with Adam Finkel, my partner, and Ben Crump and Natalie Jackson and Wade Roll. We're here to announce today that we have filed this tragic wrongful death lawsuit in the terrible mass shooting that occurred on August 26 of 2023 at the Dollar General at 2161 Kings Road. This totally preventable accident took the lives of Gerald Gallion, 29 years old, who was simply shopping in the aisles of that Dollar General that day. Angela Carr, 52 years old, who was an Uber driver, dropping off her fare in the parking lot, who was shot just for being black. And Anol Ligeri, the 19-year-old clerk who was sitting behind the desk just doing his job that day. They leave behind Gerald's mother, Carol Gibbs, his daughter, Jaisha Jones Gallion, her mom, Taisha Jones. Young Anol leaves behind his brother, Quantavius, his father, Anol Sr., and Angela Carr left behind 3 children, one of which is with us today, Armisha Payne. We have brought this case against several defendants, but I want to start with Dollar General in this case. As we all know, Dollar General is a large national company, in fact, the fastest retail giant in the United States of America. They have put profits over people for years. They have had over 50 murders at their properties across the United States. There is no company that has been fined more by their Department of Labor and by OSHA than Dollar General. They continually have assaults, violent batteries, attempted murders, robberies at their stores. In fact, police chiefs across America have been quoted as saying they are simply a magnet for crime. In fact, in this case, Anol Ligeri worked there, and they hid from him the crime history that was going on at this particular Dollar General. And he lost his life that day, as well as Ms. Carr and Mr. Gallion. And what do we know about whether this terrible tragedy could have been prevented? Well, we know it absolutely would have been prevented. And the reason we know that is the shooter went to the first dollar store, Family Dollar store, right down the street that day. Right down the street that day, he went there and he saw a first security van pull up. He saw the van, he had his backpack pulled out, he got immediately back in his car. He wasn't done. He went to Edward Waters College, where he got out of the car, started to put on his military-style tactical vest, about to attack an HBU full of classes that had over 100 people in them. And thank God he was stopped by Lieutenant Antonio Bailey, who, as we know in the local community, is a hero, who he confronted him. And what did he do? He left. But unfortunately, he went right down the road to this Dollar General where there was no security. Even with their awful history that they have across the country, where everyone else had security that day, Dollar General had no security, which we know would have prevented this incident from at least from occurring there. And these families have lost everything. And they are here so that this never happens again. We have a gigantic gun violence problem, a mass shooting violence problem in the United States of America. And these families right here have had enough. We hear it constantly over and over again. I've been involved in the Parkland shooting and the UVA shooting of the 3 football players. Ben Crump will talk to you about the Tops shooting. It has got to stop. And if our government's not going to do anything, corporations who grow with massive profits have to protect our families and our communities. I'd like to introduce our co-counsel, my longtime colleague and friend, Ben Crump, to talk to you about some of the issues involving the white supremacy and racist motivations in this particular case.
Thank you very much, Mike. And I'm very honored to work with Mike Haggard, a great negligent security attorney who works all over the country, and equally honored to work with Wade Rowe, a great lawyer who hails here in Jacksonville, Florida, and certainly to Natalie Jackson, who is the most brilliant of all of us, and Adam Finkel, who has been the inspiration of this pleading and has worked tirelessly day and night. Make no mistake about it, what Mike said was true. This lawsuit is being filed today because Angela Carr mattered. Jarian Gallon mattered. AJ Laguerre mattered. And this lawsuit is filed so their death are not just swept under the rug, as has been the case far too many times and far too many mass shootings in America. And now we have to get to the crux of the matter, why these mass shootings keep happening at this phenomenal rate. At this rate, it's happening because of hate. It's simple and plain. Did you read the manifesto from this coward? It was very similar to the manifesto of the coward in Buffalo, New York, who killed those black people. And it's similar to the young white supremacist Dylan Roof. Y'all remember him?
Yes.
Who killed 9 of the most innocent black people you could ever find in Mount Moriah Church. And so we have to speak truth to power. This lawsuit is about directly speaking truth to power. I think Attorney Haggard and Jackson and Finkel did such a masterful job at being able to say, Dollar General, the blood is on your hand too, because we have ocular proof. And Mike, you and Ray, we are ocular proof, visual evidence that the presence of a security guard would have made all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world. She would have her daddy. If that security, if Dollar General didn't put profits over people, she would have her daddy. Amisha would have her mother. Quantavius would have his brother. They would have their loved ones. Because when you get this combination of putting profits over people and putting racist ideology, then it is a recipe for disaster. And I just keep thinking, this reminds me, Mike, of the emotions after the Buffalo Tops mass shooting, where that young white supremacist had been radicalized. He had been radicalized under this white replacement theory, that we gotta kill them because they're taking over our country. They're gonna replace us. So, I mean, whether it's social media or it's the talking heads pumping this garbage and this ignorance into these young people's minds, where this young man travels to a historically black college university because he wants to kill as many black people as he can.
Yes.
We have to speak truth to power. In Top Supermarket in Buffalo, the guy who drove 3 hours from his home to find where black people live because he wanted to kill as many black people as he could. And Dylan Roof drove to find that black church because it's hate. It's hate, and it is magnified when you put profits over people and you don't have the measures in place to say we can at least try to make our customers, who we take money from every day when they come on our premises, we're going to try to have them be safe. Mike Haggard goes all over America talking about premise liability and how we keep the premises safe. Well, newsflash, Dollar General, you can keep your premises safe by just having a security guard. It does get emotional because you get tired of having to be with families who lose their loved ones senselessly, taken from this earth far too soon over hate and greed. We better than this, America. We better than this. Adam Finkel, I think now is going to introduce you to some of the family members who are going to speak to you. Who's a great young lawyer, did great work on this case. And after that, Attorney Haggard and the other lawyers and the families will try to answer your questions. Understand, it's emotional for us lawyers. You can only imagine how emotional it is for these families as they continue down in this journey for justice. So they'll do their best, but it is emotional.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Crump and Mr. Haggard can't say it better, but there's one thing that we can't even begin to feel as closely as what these families do. And that's the loss of their family member. Knowing intimately what the world has lost and what their family has. Each member of the family has somebody here that's willing to answer any questions that you may have, and we thank you so much for your time. We'd like to start with AJ's brother, Quan.
Good morning, everyone. Before I answer any questions, I'll just say a couple things about my brother. I mean, not even just him, just everyone in general. I mean, this whole case, I mean, it's past just this case. Like, I'm so tired of hearing, oh, you know, he's in a better place. No, I want him here.
Amen.
I'm tired of hearing, oh, you know, he's watching over you. No, I want him here, you know? And people say cherish the memories that you have with him. No, I want to make more. He's my baby brother. He's supposed to bury me, not me burying him. You know, and you know, we were raised to do the right things, you know, go to school, don't be in the streets, don't sell drugs. Guess what AJ did? He followed and listened. And this is what he gets for repayment? To go to work and die? I'm tired of hearing it all, man, and it's not gonna change unless if we speak up.
Amen. Amen.
It's past AJ. It's past the other victims. This has been happening. And if Dollar General just simply had somebody there to be security, just as Family Dollar did, just as Edwards Waters did, I wouldn't be up here speaking about AJ. I'd be at home with AJ saying, dang, man, I'm glad your company, took care of you and made sure that you was good. And, let alone he never even got a referral. Our generation now is way different from how it was back in the day. And, AJ, he just, he did the right things. Never got in a fight with nobody. Even me, I got in a fight and I got my master's degree. Turned my life around. AJ didn't even get a chance to do anything. It's messed up. I mean, we lost my mother at a young age. Never thought I'd lose my brother. And he seen me go to college and do the right things. I inspired him. He wanted to make a difference from the life that we live, and he didn't even get a chance to do that. Didn't even get to live to turn 21. I'm 25 years old. He doesn't even know what it's like to be 21. Let alone, didn't even, man, something has to change.
Amen.
Something has to change.
We're going to.
Something has to change.
I have a question for you, sir, before you go.
Yes.
Did AJ talk at all about crime at the store? Or I know that Mr. Crump had mentioned that it wasn't really advertised or the amount of crime that was happening there. But did he ever talk to you about what was happening in the neighborhood?
Had AJ known that Dollar General was a dangerous place, he wouldn't even have applied to work there. He wasn't there for over a year. If he would have known that, he wouldn't even have went there to work there.
And what's your full name?
Quantavious Laguerre. Yes.
Spelling for.
Quantavious Laguerre. Laguerre.
Mr. Laguerre, Will Brown, WJCT News. What is something that you would like the public to know about your younger brother that they don't know, but you definitely think that they should know?
I'll say just one thing. He loved video games, and he was very quiet. He had his circle close to friends, but other than that, he wasn't really folk around everybody else. He wasn't just wasn't